Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Freeman. He'll throw it. Quickly complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Trying to impose their will with the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Leaves it with the back. Makes one man miss. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll give it to him again. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. The run from the shotgun. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Motion from the offense. Running back searching for a hole. Keeps the legs moving. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. Fires to the right. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pulled down for the tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Stanford!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Back to pass, it's Freeman. Snags it over the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Wants to throw on second down. Grabs it in the middle. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Parker. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They're going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. On first down from the 13-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Bruins have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Trying to barge in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
And that is another first down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Scanning the field, it's Lawrence. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it in and get the easy touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone. It's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
11-yard line. And first down for the offense.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first.
14, UCLA.
And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Handoff to the single running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. Got it! Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Pick up a 5, it'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Freeman. Might be looking to run. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Bruins have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man in the middle. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one.
Open runway ahead. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! The That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Stanford, 17. UCLA, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got his man down the middle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the incompletion brings up a second down. To the air, it's Lawrence. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Stanford going back to work with another first down. The give to the tailback.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Give to the back. Hard running there. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Off play action on first down. Fires left. He's got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
UCLA, 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football game.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly to the tight end. The Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
All right, fans, let's make some noise. It's fourth down.
Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Looking downfield, it's Lawrence. A strike downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cardinal! What a catch and run for 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 13 to Florida State.
Got the back over the middle.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Freeman, feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's right on target. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the handoff. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And here comes the offense on second down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Palo Alto as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. Getting some heat. Makes the grab on the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Power football with the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. 2nd and 10 here. It's a draw. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Got the quick pass. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Touchdown, Stanford! And the stomping has commenced. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Still running at the 40. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. He'll keep it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're testing the right side here. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Freeman. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It is perfect. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance at coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Hands it off. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Here on third down for this offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Fourth down coming up.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a man. It's Freeman. He finds his man, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Second down coming up. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys.
With the score, Stanford 38, UCLA 7.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Sexton. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
They want to just keep throwing it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. This offense has a second down play.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Going over the top. Snags it inside the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hit as he throws. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. Looking left. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Now second down as they try to run this clock. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. The play action fake. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
UCLA, 24.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Line gets set, first down. Using his legs, it's Blair. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Good enough for a first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
First and goal, UCLA.
Got it behind the line. It's Blair. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Using his feet. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Stanford, 38, UCLA.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He knows the receiver. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. A little screen to the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. To the ground with the back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Give to the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. Got room at the 35. Afterburner's coming. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinal! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Back to throw. It's Freeman. Got his man quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the grab. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to get to him. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Wants to throw. It's Freeman. On the run, still looking. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.